This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next 60 minutes, the insane Daryl Wayne and I are going to take a look at some aspects of health that touch most of us every day. At the end of the show, our last segment, Daryl and I are going to talk about eyes and ears. We both went through things yesterday, and we'll talk about those from a personal level. We'll also talk about a revisit on nurses and as frontline defenders, how important they are. And we're going to begin right now by talking about greens. Our guest is Meridan Zerner. She has more initials after her name. She's got a master's degree. She's a registered dietitian, CSSD and an LD. She's an award-winning registered dietitian, nutritionist with nearly 30 years experience in the field of health and wellness. And we welcome Meridan. She's even on vacation and spending some time with us. Meridan, welcome to Late Night Health.
My pleasure. And whether we're on vacation or doing our active, busy lives, there's no time like the present for better nutrition, is my opinion.
But I'm going to share something, and I hope you're okay with it. You're on vacation. You're in Maine. And when I'm in Maine, I eat lobster because it's cheaper there than any other place in the world. But the way you eat lobster generally is with either mayo, which is really full of fat, or butter. Are lobsters themselves okay to eat if you don't dunk them in all that fat?
Oh, absolutely. They're a phenomenal source of protein and would fall under the same category as like a shrimp, where we've reversed our opinion on the foods that may drive heart disease and looking at saturated fat. And so eggs would be in that category as well, where we absolutely have room for a little bit of lobster or shrimp or eggs. And, of course, we want to couple that with, an amazing salad and maybe some fresh fruits and enough water. But, yeah, the Maine lobster, delicious. Maine blueberries, however, those are a powerhouse superfood. That's what I'd really love for you to taste in Maine.
Absolutely. I've been there and I've had them. I've also had the black flies in Maine attack me because they like me a lot. I'm the decoy for everybody else. Speaking of fruits and vegetables, I know
protein, but I don't typically recommend them.
But they are protein.
They are. But
right? They are.
I think about the blueberries as a superfood, and of course, as a dietitian, I want to nudge everybody in that direction as far as getting the really nutrient-dense foods that actually have therapeutic health benefits. And it is about having the balance of proteins, and it is about being hydrated and taking care of yourself in terms of getting enough sleep. And then when you are thinking about the foods that you're eating, how do we maximize that? How do we get more of these superfoods in your body? And whether we have to do it creatively, or maybe you happen to love spinach, maybe you happen to love blueberries and salmon. But part of my job is helping you get these nutrient-dense foods in more frequently.
One of the things that I do love are blueberries. I like blackberries and raspberries as well. I love most fruit. I love melons. I have a wide variety of food tastes in that I try everything. But I cannot get into two vegetables right now. I haven't been able to. Broccoli is one. The other one is kale. Now, I make a kale shake, and in fact, I'm going to add some kyolic to that. Their plant powder. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. And it's got a very nutty taste because I'm using almond milk, and I also throw in some pistachios or cashews or even almonds. And I think that's a great way of eating vegetables. But why don't I like the taste of those broccoli and kale?
Well, at first, if you'll allow me to compliment you, I want you to know that you're among 10% of the nation. Only 10% of the nation gets in enough fruits and vegetables, period. And in addition, good job utilizing a strategy that I call stealth health, which is finding other ways, like your shake or your smoothie, to get in some of these powerhouse foods. And to add like a greens powder to that shake absolutely bumps up the nutrient value, and it gives you some of that variety if you don't happen to like the kale, if you don't happen to eat the mustard greens with enough frequency. A lot of the foods that you mentioned, they can be bitter, and everybody has unique taste buds. So we want to think about, well, they still have phenomenal nutrient value and health value and immune bolstering value. So how do we incorporate them? So you found a way to put them into a shake. I've got a couple great ways to get some concentrated greens and greens powders into little dessert balls or into guacamole. Or I've been known to mix additional greens into a spaghetti sauce. There's lots of different ways that we can get some of these naturally sourced benefits, but maybe that's more interesting and tasty than just a plate of steamed broccoli.
It's just terrible. Now, I like broccoli if it's roasted. Okay, little olive oil, maybe some garlic on it. Throw it in the oven for 15 minutes. The little flowerets. I can eat it that way. Brussels sprouts, another powerhouse green. I eat that all the time. Mustard greens you just mentioned, and the reason I say that is we love them here, but it's hard to find in the market. I don't know why. Daryl, do you like mustard greens?
I have no. I've never tried them.
No?
No.
They're spicy. We both like. You and I both
Spicy's
like spicy.
good. Yeah, like
Yes.
watercress or something spicy. I like that. So.
Yeah. So no.
Who knows?
Who knows? Are mustard greens healthy for you?
There's a study that showed that only that most people are eating these sort of top 5 vegetables. In essence, if they're eating them, it's going to be potato, it's corn, maybe a carrot or an occasional tomato, and these are all good, mind you. But the fact that you all are even thinking about consuming a watercress, like that's what I want for more people. How do I get these inflammation-reducing greens into your diet?
And I guess one of the ways would be to use kyolic, and I don't know if I've told you or not, but kyolic. I've talked about kyolic for over 40 years. One of their original spokespeople was Gypsy Boots, and he was a character and a half, but I interviewed him dozens of times over the years until his passing. With the bitterness of some of these vegetables, why do we still eat them? I mean, it's like oysters. The first person who thought, gee, this rock has something nutritious and delicious in it must have been a genius or knew something, right? The same thing, I think, applies to kale.
And it can, and sometimes it's the way it's prepared and your own unique taste buds. But at the end of the day, it's kind of the science of these amazing nutrient-dense greens. They're rich in vital antioxidants. They support healthy cell function. They neutralize free radicals. Some of the chlorella and the kelp, basically the greens from the sea, are going to provide phenomenal chlorophyll-rich, sustained energy. And so it's again, some people love to eat those straight up. Some people may use, like I use a Kyo green powder that I just mix into water, but that's the same powder that's going to give me the barley and the wheatgrass that I can mix into other recipes. So again, it's kind of a unique individual taste bud experience. I've got people that love broccoli. I've got people that don't. I still want to help the people that don't get broccoli in different ways. So if you're not an immediate fan of wheatgrass, then I'm going to figure out how do I get wheatgrass into your diet in other creative ways.
Meridan, we're going to take a time out for just a second, for a couple of minutes, and when we come back, we're going to continue. Our guest is award-winning registered dietitian Meridan Zerner, and we will be back as Late Night Health continues. Be sure to join us at latenighthealth.com. Role models. They can make all the difference. In our world today, they have never been more important. One of the nation's most successful mentoring organizations is Jewish Big Brothers Big Sisters of Los Angeles. Their mission is to assist youth in achieving their full potential through innovative and impactful programs. And no nonprofit agency does it better. Jewish Big Brothers Big Sisters of LA serves Jewish children, boys and girls in our local community with a mentoring program that's been going strong since 1915. That's only the beginning. This nationally known agency owns and operates Camp Bob Waldorf. Its summer camping and weekend retreat programs enrich the lives of youth throughout Greater Los Angeles. Then there's a college support program, and last but not least, work that helps kids all over the world through the Teen Talk app. Want to learn more? Go to jbbbsla.org. Donate. Get involved. There's no better way to make a difference. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment. If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.
Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We're talking about nutrition with Meridan Zerner, and we're talking about eating more greens and actually, I guess, drinking more water at the same time. Do people not drink enough water even during the summer, Meridan?
Absolutely. I would say that is a definitive challenge. And as you know, of late, parts of the country are just being overwhelmed with heat. And being well hydrated is that number one line of defense. And so drinking water, whether it's, a lightly flavored water, bringing powder in the water, like all of these benefits, theoretically, we're trying to get about 15 cups of fluid into men and about 11 cups of fluid into women. Now, if you eat fruits and vegetables, then maybe less of that. So, gentlemen, if you eat more fruits and veggies, 13 cups of fluid is needed, and for women, 9 cups if you're willing to eat some fruits and vegetables, because they're so hydrating.
Do men not drink as much water as women generally?
They theoretically need more water because you have more size and more mass, and so a potentially larger body would need more fluid to be optimize your energy and your health.
And as a mom, how did you get your kids to drink more water or eat more greens, more vegetables?
There is a science of flavor, and it really is a science when you think about how we experience different flavors and textures and aromas. The aroma is actually a good 70% of flavor. And children and adults alike tend to eat and drink more with more flavor. And so whether it's a squirt of of lemon in the water, whether it is adding a little bit of watermelon juice to water, being creative about how we get these fluids in. A 100% real juice popsicle. There's actually a green popsicle that's pretty delicious as well. So I think it's about tapping a registered dietitian's database, if you will, or recipe collection, where we've got all of these kind of self-help ways to get in better nutrition. And
the stealth ways are, I guess you're sneaking them in, is because of the powders and the supplementation.
And you can sneak them in. I mean, you can be as transparent as you want with your family as far as, hey, I'm including a little extra flaxseed in this superhero smoothie. Or, hey, I'm putting some unsweetened cocoa powder in here to give it that rich chocolate flavor. And, I absolutely want to help my children develop healthy habits. And so it's not about hiding some of these things from them, but additionally incorporating to just bump up the bioavailable nutrition and help them meet their greens quota, but in something fun, like a shake or in a nut butter energy ball.
And you have recipes. We're going to, if you go to YouTube and type in Mark Alyn Cooks Your Dinner, we will have recorded an interview with Meridan, and she'll be directing me to make a smoothie. We have to talk about smoothies, though, because stevia is something that I can't do. I'd rather use sugar. Any thoughts on that? Am I wrong?
I think a lot of people appreciate different kinds of sweeteners or sweetener choices. There's nothing wrong in the world of moderation. Even American Heart Association is going to say we have room for a little bit of sugar. So when I think about what you might get in this amazing smoothie, if a little bit of sugar made it better for you, I'm okay with that. I also know some people enjoy like a monk fruit sweetener instead, and FDA has approved these sweeteners that are on the market now. And so I think a lot of that's individual choice and taste preference. So when you look at these recipes, and I have some of them on my Facebook page at Meridan Zerner and also at kayo-green.com, you'll see there's lots of ways to tailor these recipes for your likes and maybe even the intensity of flavors.
I was looking at one of the recipes, a superhero smoothie, and in that, I would, if I added a little bit more banana, I don't think I'd need more sweetener, more sugar. The banana would kind of handle that for me.
It would add a little more natural sweetness. It might add a little bit more of a creamy texture. So that's what I'm talking about. You can tailor most of these things for you.
And that's the important thing. Our guest is Meridan Zerner. She is a dietitian. We're talking about getting more vegetables, especially green vegetables, into your life and into your body. and I try very hard. Daryl, are you a big vegetable person?
I like most kind of vegetables, but I cannot stand raw tomatoes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's really interesting.
They're like the bottom of a petri dish. They're not finished.
You don't? No, interesting. My friend Norm is the same way.
I like
stand...
salsa, I like ketchup. Sun-dried tomatoes are fine, just in their raw sense. I'm not a fan.
Oh, one of my favorites is to eat is tomato and onion salad, a little balsamic vinegar, and some olive oil. It's just to me tremendous. And if I'm in a good mood, and I've been good, some blue cheese on top of that. We mentioned potatoes. Are potatoes good for you or bad for you, Meridan?
So they lie somewhere in the middle. And when I say that, a small baked potato is a potassium powerhouse. It has even more potassium than the banana we just mentioned. Often in this country, people top it with butter and sour cream and cheese, and maybe the potato is the size of a football. That tends to be problematic. Most of the fiber that's so powerful is in the skin. Not everybody eats the skin. So when we think about portion and we think about healthy toppings and we think about maybe eating the skin, that's where a potato makes total sense. Likely, many people are eating potatoes in a French fry fashion. And as a dietitian, I have room for moderation, but I'm typically not going to be recommending French fries.
Right. Actually, the way I eat potatoes, because I'm a little bit different. I do like it loaded, as they say, but I don't do that often. I'm not a big potato fan, and if I have to eat potatoes, I will put marinara or salsa on it, and then I can, I'm not eating all that fat from the sour cream and the cheese, and whatever else is in there. Is that a good alternative?
Absolutely. I love putting even like rotel, like a chopped up tomato and corn as a topper to create moisture. I think that a little bit of cottage cheese on top is amazing. I'll take a salad dressing, add a little extra greens powder into the salad dressing, shake it up just to provide enough sort of color and moisture. And it's delicious that way.
Well, we're just about out of time here. So if somebody is interested, where should they look for you and your stuff? Would that be, you tell me which one. You have so many places. I just need one right now.
Well, all of my honestly, my Twitter and Instagram and Facebook are all more or less the same, which is at Meridan Zerner. The recipes are there as well, and a lot of other creative ideas. And so I would look forward to, connecting with everybody.
Meridan, thank you very much for joining us here at Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Join us at latenighthealth.com. That's latenighthealth.com or facebook.com/Late Night Health Radio. Coming up, we're going to take a look at nurses and all the good things that they do as Late Night Health continues.